Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio is brought to you by AnglersChoice.ca, the Angler's Choice in handmade soft plastics. Also presented to you by Handlebars Musky Lures, Zing the Bling, Frantic Big Game Baits, Keith's Trophy Fishing, Fish NV Guide Service, and Husky Musky Leaders. You're listening to Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio. All right, folks, my next guest is Dan Bouck. He's, I don't want to get this title wrong, so please help me with this, Dan. You're the co-chair of the Fish-A-Thon, Fish for a Cure.
We just, we call ourselves the organizers. We don't really have official titles.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the main organizers with Ryan Bonin.
Who? Pardon?
So, I'm one of the main organizers with Ryan Bonin, who actually works for Dave Mercer's Facts of Fishing as well.
Okay, yes, because with the Cast for a Cure, that's one of that was part of. Sorry, I'm just trying to close down my studio here.
Yeah, the casting for a cure, that's kind of how we...
My lovely darling wife mistakenly double booked me for this evening. So we're entertaining friends with little kids, and here I am trying to conduct this radio interview. Anyways, I do apologize, Dan. So
Not a problem.
You are organizers for this side of it, and how did you come about the idea or getting connected with Ryan?
Well, Ryan actually started it back in 2009 and posted it on a fishing forum. He just wanted to get a small fundraiser going and decided to call it the Fish-A-Thon for Cancer. And I was just basically one of the 12 participants for it. And it went so well that I told him that I wanted to help him out with the next year, and it kind of grew from there.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Like, I recently posted a picture of Dave and myself, and it was when he rolled through Kitchener for Casting for a Cure, and you know, everybody, like I said on my reminder post, everybody's been touched by cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, so what's your story, Dan? Like, how have you been affected by this disease?
Same as Ryan, my grandmother passed away from cancer a few years ago, and she was actually battling cancer at the time of the second Fish-A-Thon, and it's just, like you said, one of those things that affects everybody, and the more people we can get to help out, the better. And I was just, to start with, one of those guys that wanted to come out and do what I can.
Absolutely. And myself, my mother was touched by cancer, and when I was very young and totally didn't understand what was going on, I was like, Mom, well, like, what are they, you know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, it affects every age, every gender, color, you know, and it's great that an organization like the Fish-A-Thon and Casting for a Cure are out there to raise the funds so family members don't have to feel this pain.
Yeah, exactly. And we even have cancer survivors come out, which is great. They share their story, tell us how they got through it, and for a lot of people, it's fantastic to hear because it gives them a little bit more hope if they have family members battling it or they're battling it themselves.
Yeah, exactly. My dad, hats off, Dad. You were absolutely amazing while Mom was ill. And to all the dads out there that pull up the ranks and help out when Mom's sick, hats off to you guys too. Now, your family, your immediate family, hasn't been affected by this disease, correct?
No,
okay.
no.
So it's just your personal family that you felt that you owe, I guess, a life debt.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we all know other people who have been affected, and I've got a lot of friends who have been directly affected by it. So it doesn't really have to be right in your family.
No.
Realize that you need to do what you can.
Exactly. So the Fish-A-Thon, Fish for a Cure, it's like a derby? Is it how does it work?
Basically like a walk-a-thon where you go around beforehand, collect pledges, so people can sponsor you, $5, $10, whatever people are willing to donate, and basically collect the money, and you're fishing from about 8 in the morning till 4 p.m. non-stop, basically just enjoying a day on the water. But there's also the tournament side of it, with a lot of prizes for largest fish, overall largest bass, things like that,
now,
as well as the most pledges prize.
And that's what I was going to just ask, is the prizes based on pledge amounts?
Only the top pledger gets the grand prize.
Yeah.
And
so what's this year's grand prize? Gotta know.
we don't put the prize together till literally that day.
Wow.
I'm literally out right now collecting some more prizes. I mean, we've got sponsors from all over Ontario. I've been receiving packages all week. So is Ryan, and all of our other volunteers that help us out have been gathering prizes. So we kind of collect them all, see what we've got, and dish out the main prizes. Last year was a Cumulus and Stella combo.
Wow.
As well as a box full of lures.
And we can all imagine that box full of lures, eh? A lot of good Canadian product in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was a lot of Live Target. Live Target was good to us last year. And Dave Mercer usually puts together the big prize pack.
Yeah. And I've followed along pretty well, I think, to the date now. There's been a couple local stores that have donated prizes as well.
Yeah, there's a ton of different stores that have donated. A huge one is Dixie Tackle down in St. Thomas.
Hey, Dixie.
Lori's by far...
Isn't she? She's an angel.
Amazing.
Thank you very much, Lori. Folks, if you're down in the St. Thomas area, you gotta stop in and see our friend Lori at Dixie Dairy Tackle.
I've been told that she has her Jeep completely full, as well as her boat full of prizes.
Wow. Amazing. And you know what? I don't know how she does it. She can cram that little store fuller than full of tackle, and you can literally spend as much time as you would in Sale or the other big box store or Cabela's or any of those, and you'd never see the same bait twice.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
That much tackle in there.
You can go through and half a day there,
Yeah, exactly.
and for anything like me, spend your entire paycheck there.
We've put it.
Yeah, a lot of the smaller places, they're huge. The donations they make, and if you take a look at our website, I mean, you can just see the list of sponsors. It's endless.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. And Dan, do you have a website that people can get involved here with the Fish-A-Thon?
Yes, it's Fish-A-Thon.com. It's fish-a-thon.com.
And folks, if you're on the Ben McQuinney Outdoors Network, you can find the poster ad on there, as well as our radio page, as well as my own personal page, because Mom, thank God you're still with me. You're tough. So, but yeah, and I'm very happy with my donation this year for the cancer drive that Dana Parker and some other wonderful people, handlebars, put together Ed's Baits down in Wallaceburg, Sarnia area. It's fantastic. Energy, the new 2013 PT Energy rod, and it's a medium heavy. And I gotta tell you, Dan, it's one of those rods that when you throw a heavy bait, it feels like you got a heavy rod in your hand. But when you throw a light bait, it feels like a drop shot rod.
Yeah. I was eyeing up that combo on the auction.
Graphite, I was blown away. I was like, that's a quality rod right there. Yeah,
definitely.
I can definitely fish with that one. So I've paired it up with the Evercast Forge 2000, and that's a nice dynamic there for weight. So, how many pledges do you have so far for yourself, Dan, going into this?
Going into it, I actually let my 2 kids handle all the pledges this year. They're 5 and 7, and they've got a few $100s worth.
That is
right
fantastic. Now. That is fantastic. And your kids are?
Jacob and Jamie. They're 7 years old and 5 years old.
Nice.
And they're going to be going out there and going for the largest bass for sure.
Awesome. So there's prizes for folks if you're tuning in. There's prizes for the biggest fish. There's prizes for the most fish, heaviest fish, longest fish. Just it's a prize smorgasbord. So if you're interested, log on to the page and make sure that you can get involved in this. It's a fantastic opportunity. Wouldn't you say, Dan?
Yeah, definitely. And everybody walks away with a prize pack. You get the biggest prizes for the awards, but everybody walks away with something.
So if you sign up and you get your pledge form, is there a minimum pledge to enter this event?
Yeah, there's a minimum of $40 for pledges.
Okay. So it's a $40 entry fee. However, are you open to the public if they want to pay a $40 donation at the door?
Yeah, definitely. Anybody who just can drive in there and wants to do it, if they want to make the minimum donation, then yeah, they're in it. There's no deadline.
That is fantastic.
If somebody's a couple hours away, can only get there at 10 in the morning, then that's fine.
Fantastic.
They can still go in and have a chance of winning if they catch the big bass.
Yeah. And you know what? It's back to, like we said, cancer has touched everyone, and it's going to a great cause, and we can all feel good about this event coming up. And the date, Dan, is... It's
the 27th, coming Saturday.
So this Saturday, folks, if you tuned in to our show, you'll be able to catch this and get out there Saturday. It's at the Deer Creek Conservation Area, correct?
Yeah, just south of Langton, Ontario.
Langton, Ontario. There you go. All right. Dan, any personal sponsors you want to give a plug to?
I've got a ton of them. Like I said, the biggest one is probably Lori at Dixie Tackle.
All right.
In St. Thomas.
All right, folks. Like I said, for more information, get in touch with either Dan Bouck on Facebook if you're linked up with him, or at Fish-A-Thon.com. The posters are plastered all over the place. And Dan, thank you very much for being a part of the show today. And I hope this brings a large windfall for you this year.
Yes, thanks for having me, and I know it's going to be big. We're at about 140 people already.
Fantastic. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll get back at it with Cooper's Rant. All right, folks, now it's time for the Rant with Cooper Gallant.
Boga-Grips, to me, aren't the best tools to use when handling fish, from what I've seen so far. I've seen pike, trout, and salmon die due to this tool. One time last year, I took a walk down to the pier here in Bowmanville. I just lived across the street, so I took a walk down there to see how people were making out, and this one guy caught one. He caught a rainbow, and he Boga-Gripped it, took a picture, threw it back in, and it went belly up instantly. Not only did it go belly up, but it had a hole in its mouth. Some fish like rainbow trout have very soft mouths, and this tool can be harmful to the fish. This actually reminds me, a couple of years ago we caught a rainbow, I think it was, and it actually had a hole underneath its mouth, and the hole actually had teeth on it. I'm not sure whether it had another mouth or it could have been a Boga-Grip, who knows. I'll actually post a picture of it tonight on my Facebook page so you guys can check it out. My Facebook page is called On the Water with Rant. So yeah, I'll post it tonight and everyone can check it out. Thanks everyone for listening. This is Cooper Gallant, 52nd Rant.
Listening to Heather the Fish Widow here on Ben McWhinney Outdoors Radio. Guys, I hear you can't find enough time to get out on the water fishing. Here's a tip for you. Next time your spouse mentions where she gets her hair done, track down that place, stop in there, and pick up a gift certificate for her. Give that to her so that she could go on a Saturday and get her hair done. Cut, color, style, that could take up to 3 hours. During that time, you can get out on the water, do some fishing. You'll come home, she'll be there with her new hairdo, she'll be happy, and it'll all be because of you. There's another tip for you, Heather the Fish Widow. Thanks for listening to Ben McWhinney Outdoors Radio.
Ben McWhinney Outdoor Radio is brought to you by AnglersChoice.ca, the Angler's Choice in handmade soft plastics. Also presented to you by Handlebars Musky Lures, Zing the Bling, Frantic Big Game Baits, Keith's Trophy Fishing, Fish NV Guide Service, and Husky Musky Leaders. You're listening to Ben McWhinney Outdoor Radio.